Alright. Get this box here. Some more rupees. 3 more boxes in this dungeon. I think I know where all of them are. If I miss one, it should be interesting, but there should be one in this room. Let's get rid of this sparkly magic nonsense. Do not need to turn into a bunny today. And there's the other one. So there's one. Just a couple of bombs. And we'll go upstairs to the chest, which would contain the big key. And it's a map for somewhere. Map of Misery Mire. So now we can see whether Misery Mire is... Oh, I think we are going to need to loop back around now, I believe. We'll be able to see if Misery Mire is a required dungeon in this seed or not. If it has a pendant, it's going to be required. Through the annoying bomb room once more. Doesn't require 2 bombs to get through. It's possible to put a bomb in a position where it both opens the floor and hits your crystal switch at the same time. But I'm bad at this game and all games, and I'm not sure why you would assume otherwise. Once we get out of here, I think I'll be ready for another... Actually, you know what? No, we could have used a key to skip some of the dungeon on the second loop. We didn't have to do an entire second loop, I don't think. You know what? We'll call this our Ice Palace sightseeing tour. Right? That's what we'll call it. I wanted to bring you guys through again to... we kind of do need the life here. Wonderful. I just wanted to show off all the rooms again. And now that I know I won't need the extra magic anymore, we'll just take the freebie on this room. How hilarious will it be if we get all the way to the end of this dungeon and it's a boss we can't fight yet? Trinex, I think, might be the only boss that we can't fight, actually. Is this where I want to be? I think this is where we want to go. This is where we went the first time. Oh, getting slippery here. Yeah, I think Trinex is the only boss that we can't kill. We have the ability to kill all the other bosses in the game. So we have the hook shot. That's required to kill one of them. I don't remember which one. Is it Vitrios? Might be Vitrios. So we need to keep this switch down, which we can do because we've got the red cane. I think I've got just enough magic to use it. Can I equip it, please? There it is. To push it a little bit. It's fine. Everything's okay. Ice mummies are just kind of getting jiggy with it. This room is not healthy for me. I might have just enough magic to transform that last anti-fairy before we see who our boss is. If it's Trinex, we're going to be coming back to this dungeon later. Wow, kind of a freaky place for a whole bunch of enemies to be stacked up. Also, I don't need to go that way. Why am I doing that? I need to pull this out. Actually... if it's any boss that's going to require a lot of magic, we're going to have to come back. Because I drank my potion earlier thinking I might get killed. But let's see who it is. Let's see who it is. Alright, it's Mothra. We're fine. So Ice Palace is here. And that's Mothra there. And I think we just kill Mothra with the sword. No problem. In fact, this is a very easy room to fight Mothra in. Because typically you've got Mothra in a room filled with spikes and moving floors. That room is still there, by the way. And it's a super great room to fight bosses like Trinex in, but you have to do a lot of maneuvering. Alright, so that's the last item from Ice Palace. And it's a pendant! That's super lucky. Blue pendant from Ice Palace. Wonderful. It was one of our 3 pendants. Beautiful. Could not have lined up better. Alright, where are we off to next? We need to... I think we want to head back to... Oh, this is going to take us back to the pyramid, isn't it? No, it takes us back here. Okay, I think we'll start at the sanctuary. Get my refill. We need a bow. We need a Palace of Darkness big key. And we need a Desert Palace big key. And we are done with this seed. I need to check... we know Misery Mire's not going to have a pendant now. Yeah, we have no desire to go to Misery Mire. Except for we might need the boxes out of there at some point. So we've got a couple of checks we can do here now. We know we don't need to do the purple chests, because it's only some cash in that box, and we're not really interested in that. But, over here... I wish the hammer came before all of the magic medallions in the item cycle, like the R&L cycle for items, which is something that the randomizer people added. Hello! He just wanted the party, there's nothing wrong with that. They made it so R&L can cycle through your use items instead of having to go into the submenu every single time. Which is nice when you've only got a couple items, but I think I mentioned if you have like all 100 or however many items there are in the game, it can be very cumbersome remembering which is which. But... small key to Turtle Rock. Am I even going to have to go into Turtle Rock? I'm not even sure. But yeah, I think like the most like mundane use items, the stuff you switch to all the time, like the hook shot, the bombs, the hammer. I wish those were like all right in a row, very early on in the cycle. This poor bastard, he's gonna come with us. Now, one change that they made is typically you have to walk him all the way back to the Blacksmiths Hut and use the magic mirror to take him back to the light world. You might not have the magic mirror, though. So what they did is they made it so you can save and quit while he's following you, and then you can just reload your game back at Lynx House or whatever, and he would be a dwarf and you can bring him home. So you've got an extra way to bring this man back to the light world if you so choose. He's going to have a bottle with some red drank in it. I'll take it. Looks like... okay, yeah, we don't need that chest. I guess we're going to save and quit again. Go to Lynx House. Take my 3 hearts. At the other starting locations, you can get a full heal, but at Lynx House, you can only get 3 hearts. Guess we'll check under this bridge next. And then there's a whole bunch of stuff on Death Mountain we can do, which is going to involve going into Turtle Rock. But I think there's lots of work we can do in Turtle Rock. Like, as far as finding large numbers of treasure boxes, I think it's going to be worth the trip. But first, we're going to check this guy. See if he's got anything useful for us. How about a big key that I need? We got a little key. to Desert Palace. That's almost what I asked for. We can go turn in our mushroom. I need to go back up to the witch's hut anyway. To replenish that blue drink that I had. It was tasty, but I don't want to get caught with my pants down if I run into a high magic situation. We can check the ferry too up here, because we can swim. We can. That should be 2 boxes, right? Yeah, it's 2 boxes. Ooh, I got caught on that little sign there. I almost got burned for my trouble. So because you might find the magic powder before the mushroom, or you might find the flute before the shovel, they added some functionality where you can switch back and forth between them. So we will give her the mushroom, and then leave the screen, and then come back. And I don't care if I get hit by Spikety Man again, because I can talk to the witch's apprentice inside for a refill. And they've used their mushroom to make 20 rupees. Fair enough. Get my refill. Refill my bottle. Okay, back to adventure. Let's go up here and check this ferry, and then it's on to Death Mountain, and Turtle Rock is our next stop. I think in terms of places that we know for a fact we can reach that will have lots and lots of chests, going into Death Mountain and poking around inside Turtle Rock is probably going to be our best bet. But the Fairy Cave, first and foremost, does have 2 boxes for us. Some rupees, and a compass for Swamp Palace that we're not going to use. Take me back to the mountain cave. There are 27, I think the tracker says, 27 boxes inside Ganons Tower, but usually they're nothing important because you need all of the crystals to get into Ganons Tower. But I did see a seed once where they were racing, and their hook shot was in one of the very last boxes in Ganons Tower. And they commented on the race, like, this is possibly the single last treasure box in the game you would ever check in order to get your hook shot. I think the hook shot was not required in that seed, because I'm not sure if the logic can build a seed in such a way that the hookshot's required, but it'll be in that last chest in Ganon's Tower. That'd be a hell of a journey, though, man. Alright, lots of stuff to check here. I think first we want to go this way. And jump down here. That drops us here, so push the block out of the way and go up in here. There's actually a glitch where you can make those blocks vanish if you push them and use the magic mirror at the same time in a location where the magic mirror doesn't do anything. So it won't work inside of dungeons. If you use a magic mirror inside of a dungeon, it teleports you back to the dungeon entrance. But a cave like this, the magic mirror does not function. So if you push a block and while the block is moving you hit your magic mirror, it'll cause the block to despawn for some reason. Alright, so 2 boxes here. Got a compass for Ice Palace, which we've just cleared, and a heart. And for some reason they call this the Super Bunny Cave in speedrun communities. And I think that's because you can use a glitch to get into this cave in bunny form, which is not supposed to be possible. Let's pop this open. And first things first, we're going to go up across the invisible bridge. I could just use the mirror outside to see if this item is worth picking up, but we've already committed to being inside of this cave, so... Might as well go hog. I mean, once we get up here, we need to use the mirror again anyway. So, we didn't save any time at all. What do we got? Oh, 300 rupees. Fair enough. On the floating island. Nothing else we could spend rupees on other than... Ugh, that guy. Oh, I didn't mean to pick that up. My bad. So this is a spot in the game where the logic will put items in these locations if you don't have the hookshot to reach them. What you can do instead is do this with the Pegasus shoes. And you can reach, I think, just this one box here. And on the tracker, it actually has 2 blue dots up in the top right corner. And they're both for the same cave. That one is for if you only have the boots, and the rest are if you also have the hookshot. Because this is kind of a hookshot-ish kind of cave. They want you to come in with the hookshot and take all of these wonderful, wonderful treasures. That laserman there is not a good thing to have. That's not a good thing you want to see. Hey, I got a new sword, though. And a cape. So that opens up... There was a key on that ledge that I need a cape for. Whether or not I actually need that key, I could not tell you. But okay, I think we're done here. That was dumb. Why'd I do that? Let's go open up Turtle Rock. Hey, hey. Looks like we're going to need... Is that Quake? I think that's Quake. It doesn't matter, because we've got all 3, but... My hammer out. Right. Middle. Left. I did Let's Play Vanilla Link to the Past, and I think I came to this screen and I got that puzzle wrong. It's not randomized, it's the same thing every single time, but I think I missed it the first 2 tries, which is the absolute worst you could possibly do on that screen. You cannot do worse than missing it twice. Alright, let's get my red cane out and see how much damage we can do in here. What does this say? A unique item is in the... Oh, I've already cleared out the Dark Village. Nothing the Dark Village can do for us. That magic decanter is always in the front of this dungeon, as far as I know. So if we do run out of magic, we can use the magic mirror and just come back and... I don't like that chain chomp there. Oh, this is a cool room to have the mirrored shield in. Because this eyeball up here can't do anything to us now. Yeah, didn't think so, nerd. While I click my button here, you can just go ahead and shoot me. But you need to turn around and open the door back up. And crab walk out. I do like that we get that the dungeon music is randomized. So we have the Light World music, and thank you for that. Oh, this is a bad scene. Alright, let's reload this. I think the Light World dungeon music is better than the Dark World dungeon music. And I think it's a shame that the Light World music is not played more. The Dark World music is really repetitive and not very good in my opinion, and it's in 7 of the largest dungeons in the game, whereas the Light World music, which is much nicer, is only in a couple of the shorter ones. I don't have a fire rod. I can't do this particular puzzle. Alright, no, we can't do that room yet. Wow, look at this trolley nonsense. Okay, so we got a couple rooms in a row here where they're going to give us keys. Like that one there. That's mine. This room typically has chain chomps in it in vanilla, and it's a big pain, but don't have to worry about that. And there's a box in this room, actually, that we do have to worry about. Oh, but now I need a boomerang to hit this. A big key for Dark Palace. Excellent. We needed that. However, we still need a bow for Dark Palace. And then a big key for Desert Palace, and then we are done skis. Well, we're done when we go to the forest and actually pull our Triforce or whatever's in the pedestal. I think they put the Triforce in the pedestal is how the lore works. So yeah, there's 2 chests in that area that are locked behind a door we need the fire rod for. Are there chests down this way? Oh, we don't have a big key for this dungeon either.
Shoutouts to Gordalot for sponsoring this video, and to everybody who helps make my channel possible by supporting me on Patreon.